Check out my Game Week 28 team as we try to navigate through all the blanks. We'll also have a look at my double Game Week 27 team and how I got on. Let's get into it. G'day mate, I'm FPLRoo and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another FPL video. So as you can see, we've had a good week. Had to get the sunnies on as we've flown up the ranks and we've hit the 100 club. So those of you that are part of the 100 club, welcome. Those of you who are not, don't worry, I'm sure you'll get there next week or in the coming weeks. But yeah, let's get into how the team performed in game week 27. I'll take these off. So in goal, we did have David Raya, so Brentford goalkeeper, with 9 points. So he did manage to get a clean sheet in his second fixture of the game week. So he managed to get 5 saves as well in total, which got him 1 point. Pretty happy with that. Good solid score, 9 points. And we move. Henry as well, Brentford defender. So managed to get that clean sheet against Southampton away in the second game of the double game week. He didn't get any bonus points, but like I said, the 6 points from the clean sheet, 2 for playing both games, 8 points. Happy days with that. Obviously, we could have gone Pinnock, who scored a goal, but I was never really going for him. I was more going for Ben Mee or Henry, and I decided to go for Henry just to save that bit extra money. Next to him, we've kind of got Estupinan. I struggle with his name every time. But 9 points. Again, really, really good. Got that clean sheet in the second game. Maybe I won't say disappointed, but I would have liked to get one attacking return from him. But again, I can't complain. 1 clean sheet, 9 points, and we moved. Trippier was a single game week player, so 5 points. He did lose out on that clean sheet, but he did get the assist, so he's ended up on 5 points. Shame he didn't get any bonus though, but again, can't complain. So really happy with all the defenders. So now for the midfielders, the double Brighton midfield. Mitoma and March. Mitoma ended up getting 12 points, which is really happy with that. It was kind of a mixed one with Mitoma, as I know a lot of people in my mini league had him captain. His expected ownership in the top 10k was 101%, which means he's been basically captained by around kind of 1%, if you want to work it out like that. But and especially in my mini leagues, I know a few people did have him captain, so I didn't want him to do too well. But really happy with them 12 points. He got the assist. He got 2 assists basically over the 2 games. Kind of happy that he didn't get a goal, and at the same time happy he got the assist. It's a bit of a weird one when you haven't captained the player. But Solly March was a really good option after the first game week. I regretted not going McAllister, but he repaid my faith and got a goal, and it actually stood this time. We all know what happened against Leeds, where he did score, but for some reason didn't get given it. Leave a comment below on what you think on that situation, because I am fuming. But 9 points, 11 in total. Again, over the moon with that, especially for their price. Like we think of them as great players because they are doing really, really well. But Solly March, 5.1 million. Mitoma, 5.5 million. Is like they're bargains. So even a goal every 3 games is a really good return, and that's kind of what they've managed over this period. Mitoma with 2 and 2, March with a goal, and then a blank. The 2 single game week players who I had high hopes for were Rashford. So Rashford did blank against Southampton at home. Kind of got killed by the Casemiro red card. Southampton were on top most of that game, and Rashford just couldn't really deliver any points, which is disappointing, as I did fancy him as a good option this week, and I did fancy him as even a captain option if you didn't want to go for a double game week player. But again, everyone has Rashford. His ownership is basically 100%. But that is by managers kind of near me and the top managers. But again, Rashford doesn't make a difference to me. A disappointment. I'd say a disappointment. So Saka blanked. Again, expecting more. They scored 3 goals and he wasn't involved in any of them, which is, again, weren't involved in the assist or the goal. in any of them. And then you've got Odegaard on the bench with 7 points, who did get a goal. So that's a little bit annoying, but I was never going to start him over Saka. So I guess you can't really miss something you never thought you were going to have. So yeah, we move with that one, and hopefully he can deliver this game week. Up front, we got Haaland, did get a goal. Yeah, happy with that. Happy Man City won more than anything. As I don't want Arsenal winning the league, but yeah, happy with that one. Harry Kane over the moon, 2 goals against Forest at home. When Kane's a weird one. When you think he's not going to deliver, never doubt him, because the next game he will deliver. He will get 2 goals. He will get an assist and a goal. I took him out right before double game week to get Mitro in. Right before he had Palace away, and this was in game week 19, and he ended up getting 2 goals and an assist. This game week, there's people like, oh, he's only scored 1 in his last 4 games, and he's got one assist, so 2 returns in the last 4 games. Is it time to get him out? Spurs have been losing a few games. They haven't been creating chances. But no, never lose faith in Harry Kane. That is the motto. And last up, kind of star of the game week, if you say, well, he is my top scorer. So yeah, star of the game week is Ivan Toney. Just when you think he's not going to deliver, he pops up with a goal, pops up with an assist in dying seconds of the game, a little flick on for Vissa to take Bournemouth to 2-0 victory against Southampton. 11 points, and then two points in the first game for playing, and double that, 26 for the captain. Yeah, happy with Toney. The only thing which is a little bit worrying, I'm not going to lie. He did get a yellow card, so that means now he's only 1 away from missing 2 games. So if he gets that in 28, he'll miss both of the double game weeks, which for me is better off. I know this sounds crazy, but it's better off, as at least I'll know he'll miss both of the double game weeks. But if he gets that yellow card in double game week 29, the first game, and then he misses the second game, that will be annoying. As you could have someone else with a double game week. So for me, I'd rather he get it in game week 28. I'm not going to lie. Get him, and then I can get him out, get another double game week player in, even take a hit if I need to. But yeah, for me, that is not a good thing. But yeah, happy he delivered. And yeah, that was my team. I did end up on 105 points, over the moon with that, honestly. 100 club. Yeah, obviously it doesn't mean anything. If you get 99 points, it's still a good score. But it's always nice to get that 3-digit figure. I did manage to increase my rank by 230k. That's a 31% increase. And I did get a game week rank of 188,000, which is incredible considering there's 10 million players. So yeah, really happy with this game week. And yeah, let's move on to game week 29. So this is how we line up for blank game week 28. So I'm sure most of you know, that there are a few blanks within this game week, and there are quite a lot of teams that are not playing. So this is why we've only got these players on the pitch, and we've had to kind of utilize our bench. But let's get into it. So we've got Kepa in goal, the Chelsea goalkeeper, with Everton at home. Kepa and Chelsea have been keeping a lot of clean sheets recently, and hopefully that can carry on against Everton. Everton have been getting a few good wins, but I wouldn't say they're free-flowing and free-scoring team. So yeah, I'm really hopeful of a Chelsea clean sheet. Those of you that do have Chilwell or Reece James, you're looking really good this week, and the upside of getting a potential attacking return alongside a defensive clean sheet is looking really, really great. Next up, we've got the double Newcastle defence. So we've got Botman and Trippier. Trippier did manage to get a return last time out with an assist, but Newcastle failed to keep a clean sheet yet again. I am a little bit worried about the Newcastle defence. Although they have played tough games, they have failed to keep a clean sheet since game week 21. So they've conceded 1 against Wolves, 2 against City, 2 against Liverpool, 1 against Bournemouth, 1 against West Ham. So not conceding a truck full of goals, but it's not what you hope for if you've got double Newcastle defence. They do face Forest away. Forest have been doing a little bit better defensively recently. But again, going forward, I'm not sure they are free scoring either. So I'm really hopeful of a Newcastle defence, and hopefully they can get back to keeping clean sheets. And also, you've always got the attacking threat of Trippier. Rico Henry is up next in the defence, so with Leicester at home, and kind of the same really. Brentford have been doing well defensively this season, although they didn't manage to get the clean sheet against Everton earlier on in the game week, last game week. They did well. They did concede 2 to Fulham as well. So their last clean sheet was in game week 22 against Southampton. Before this game week, that is. Also, you are looking at attacking returns with Henry. He does go forward. He does bomb forward quite a lot. So hopefully he can pick up an attacking return. Zinchenko is also next to him. Arsenal play Palace, a really, really good fixture. Palace have been awful recently, absolutely awful. I don't think they've won in 10 league games, and they haven't had a shot on target in the last 3. So if you could put your house on any team to get a clean sheet, it would be Arsenal this week. And Zinchenko, you've always got them attacking threats as he drifts into midfield, and he kind of part of the build-up play. So yeah, hopefully he starts, and hopefully he gets an attacking return and a clean sheet. But let's move on to the midfield. So for the midfield, we only have 2 playing midfielders, and they both play for Arsenal. Like I said, they have that great fixture against Crystal Palace at home. We've got Odegaard and Bukayo Saka. So Saka didn't get a return last time out, and then Odegaard did. Odegaard did score a goal, but he was on my bench, as previously mentioned. A little bit disappointed with that, but I guess you always got to fancy the penalty taker in Saka to get the return. Saka has done well recently, though. Although he did blank in game week 26 as well as game week 27, he did get a 12-point night in game week 25, and he did get 3 attacking returns in a row in game weeks 23, 24, and 25. So yeah, really happy with both of them. If I had to pick an optimal triple up from Arsenal, I'd probably go Martinelli, Saka, and Odegaard. I just think Martinelli's on fire at the moment. Although I'm not sure how solid his place is with Jesus coming back, with Trossard playing well too. You kind of don't know how long he's going to be in the team, but yeah, I do fancy him to stay in the team for at least the next 2 to 3 weeks. But yeah, I'm really happy with Saka, really happy with Odegaard. Let's get on to the strike force. So we'll move on to our forwards, and we'll start with Ivan Toney. So he does play Leicester at home, which is a really good fixture for him. Although Leicester have been known to kind of score goals while being really bad, they have lost their last 4 games, and they have conceded 8 goals in their last 4 games, which is quite a lot if you think about it like that. Like I said, although Leicester can score goals, their defense is still very, very leaky. And I'm just scrolling back to see the last time they did actually keep a clean sheet, and that wasn't that was game week 16, so the last game week before the World Cup. So since then, they haven't kept a clean sheet post-World Cup, which is ridiculous. I know they had troubles earlier on in the season keeping clean sheets. Then they went on a run where everyone had walled, everyone was getting clean sheets if you didn't leave them on your bench. But yeah, they've been terrible. So I do fancy Toney to basically get a few goals in that game. We also got new recruits. So I have taken out Erling Haaland. I know. It feels weird saying it, to be honest, but I have taken out Erling Haaland, and I have brought in Ollie Watkins. So Ollie Watkins does have Bournemouth at home, although Bournemouth have been looking a little bit better recently with a win against Liverpool, a good performance against Arsenal with 2-0 up, but obviously conceding 3 goals to end up losing the game. I do, fancy Watkins to perform. Watkins has been kind of on fire recently. He has scored basically in every game apart from one since game week 21. So 6 goals in the last, since game week 21, which is incredible. He has got an assist in that time too. Although he doesn't score like 2 goals or hat tricks, them 8-pointers, them 7-pointers, even 6-pointers will do you good if you can get that. over the next game week, and in the double game week, that's 18 points. Whereas Haaland only has Liverpool at home in that time. So Haaland will need to score, obviously a hat-trick and more to be able to match Ollie Watkins if Watkins does get a goal a game. Let's say he doesn't get a goal a game. Let's say he gets a goal or two goals. Let's say he gets a goal just for argument's sake. So that's like a 6-7. Let's say that's a 7-pointer. Maybe he doesn't get maximum bonus, 7-pointer. Then he gets a 2-pointer in the other two games. So that's 11 points. So Haaland will need to get 2 returns in the Liverpool game to match that, which he can do, but you got to back Ollie Watkins with the fixtures and the fact that he is playing really well at the moment. So they have Bournemouth at home. In the double, they have Chelsea away and Leicester away. Chelsea have got a good defence, to be honest, so I'm not really confident of that game. But that Leicester away game, like I said, Leicester's defence has been shocking recently. Since the World Cup, really. And I fancy Villa to win that game and Ollie Watkins to get a goal. So that's why I've gone Watkins. Next up is Harry Kane. Really happy with his 2 goals in the last game week. As I've mentioned previously, 13-pointer. Southampton away is a place where Kane does perform. He does do well in them games. He got a hat-trick a few seasons ago there. And Spurs, like being a Spurs fan, I don't want to speak too soon, or I don't want to say get overly happy, but we did look much better against Forest. Pedro Porro was attacking the wing back. Kane, Son got in the goals. Richarlison looks pretty good. But like I said, I don't want to get too happy. But even if Spurs are not up to their best, Harry Kane will score goals. And he loves that fixture against Southampton. So I'm really confident putting the captain's armband on him in that game. Southampton have been doing better defensively, though. They have kept a clean sheet at Old Trafford. They kept a clean sheet at Stamford Bridge. So they have been doing well against the bigger teams. They also have been kind of picking up performances. So they beat Leicester as well with another clean sheet. But I do fancy Harry Kane to get a couple goals in this game and hopefully get a hat-trick, his first hat-trick of the season. That's why I've got my captain's armband on him. And then for the bench, you've got Raya with the only fixture. And then the Brighton players, March, Matoma, who's in the squad, but he's not going to be playing, and Estupinan, and then Marcus Rashford. So there is a possibility of going a Brighton midfielder to another playing player that also doubles in game week 29, but I just can't find anyone that is worthy. So I've got 7.2 million for that price. The best player you're looking at is maybe Almiron, but I'm not too confident on him. He didn't start last time round. You could go for someone like Andreas, but he doesn't have a fixture, so no good there. You could go Harvey Barnes, but he hasn't started the last 2 games either. You could go someone from Bournemouth, maybe Billing, who has Villa away, Fulham at home, Brighton at home in double game at 29, but that doesn't fill me with confidence. You could go for a Leeds mid. So Leeds do have Wolves away, Arsenal, and then Arsenal away, Forest at home in the double 29. Again, doesn't fill me with confidence. So you're really struggling for midfielders. So that's why I'll probably just leave it at that and play with some less players and go into the double with a strong team. Another option could be to change a defender, so to go a Estupinan to you could go Chilwell, which is a good punt. So Chilwell does have has an extra game, and he might be more nailed to start. We don't know. The Champions League could kind of change that. Chelsea are still in there, so they might need him for that. They might rest him. The only thing with Estupinan is he does play in Australia, the country I'm currently in, right before game week 29, so 3 days before. And I'll tell you about it, that is a long flight. Never mind to go and play football in Australia, get on a flight, and then go play football in England. Like, fair play if he does do that, but I just can't see that happening. Hopefully he doesn't go. Hopefully he maybe goes to the first game, doesn't play a second game, or even just stays at home in general, as it is a friendly. Fingers crossed. But if there is news that he is in the squad before then, or he is likely to go, Ben Chilwell is an option that I am considering. Doubling up on that Chelsea defence, having Everton at home in this game, then another 2 home games in game week 29, double game week 29. There's Villa at home and Liverpool at home. But again, the only thing for me is the Champions League. Will they be resting players for the Champions League? It is the only competition they can win. It is basically the only thing they are fighting for, as they are 10th in the league. So that is only my other option. And I do like Estupiñán. I just wish he wasn't playing in Australia right before game week 29. But yeah, anyway, that was it for this team selection. And let me know below what you think of my team. Do you think taking out Haaland is a huge mistake? Have I messed it up? Am I going to ruin my whole season? Let me know below. And if you are new around here, subscribe to the channel. Great FPL content to help you rise up the ranks, rise up your mini leagues every single week. And smash a like on this video on the way out. And yeah, good luck for the game week.